What's up, guys? Well, September is Travolta Month. Looking at movies and TV shows with John Travolta either as a starring character or as a major character. And to kick things off, let's take a look at the two films that launched him into international stardom. Talking about the 1977 film Saturday Night Live with songs from the Bee Gees and the 1978 movie musical Grease. And these are two very famous films. One of them for sure is in the Congressional Library for Historical Significance, Saturday Night Fever. And Grease is considered one of the most famous and influential movie musicals. So we've got 5 rounds of this. Let's do it. Round 1, story. The story of Saturday Night Fever is a man named Tony, played by John Travolta, is living in the Staten Island area. Yeah, I think that's where it's at. And he's got a sort of, dead end job at a hardware store, but he lives to party every Saturday night, lives to dance at the nightclub with his friends. There's a couple of girls that are part of the story as well. One of them he is interested in, the other one he's not. It's supposed to be a dark, gritty look at the life of fictional character Tony. The story of Grease is more of a romantic story. It starts off with Danny and Sandy. They had a sort of like a summer fling the summer before his senior year of high school. And Danny is surprised to see Sandy, who was from Australia, transfer to his school for the last year of high school. And of course, that stuff related to that situation happens. The whole idea of like a romance, like taking by surprise, that sort of stuff, it's been done in plenty of movies before Grease. And it's a type of story that's been repeated in several other romantic comedies afterwards. So, while it is entertaining, there is something more unique about the story of Saturday Night Fever. It may not seem like it has a focus, but it is a very powerful story once you actually watch through it all the way to the end. So with that in mind, I'm going to give this one to Saturday Night Fever. Now let's move on to round 2, supporting cast. Supporting cast of Saturday Night Fever includes Tony's friends, the two women interests, his family, those characters. And the supporting cast of Grease also has Sandy as well as Danny's friends, the Pink Lady group, all sorts of different characters. With Saturday Night Fever, the focus is really on John Travolta's characters. So while it is fun to see scenes with Tony's friends and such, they're not really part of the main focus. The supporting characters of Grease, though, do get more focus, considering it's much more of an ensemble cast, so there's more time and effort to put focus on other characters. So, with that being said, this one goes to Grease. Now let's move on to round 2, music. Now I know a lot of you are probably thinking, well, with music, you've got to give it to Saturday Night Fever, because the Bee Gees. And while I love the music from Saturday Night Fever, Grease has a lot of songs that are just as fun to sing to. And to be honest, there really are more original music made for this movie. While there are probably some original scores from Saturday Night Fever, there is something to say by having your more famous songs being more original music made for that movie, such as Grease. So with that in mind, this one goes to Grease again. Now let's move on to round 4, atmosphere. The atmosphere of Grease is a fun, lighthearted, romantic movie musical that's not really supposed to go too deep into drama, but also knows how to keep people entertained, knows how to keep them laughing. It's a fun, lighthearted film to go watch with some friends. Saturday Night Fever is a much more darker and grounded film that really puts the emphasis on realism in terms of everyday life in Tony's world. And it really does stick with you more. I mean, there are plenty of movie musicals that have the same tone and atmosphere of Grease. Not saying that's not a bad thing. Grease is a very influential movie musical. But with Saturday Night Fever, it does make its atmosphere a bit more of its own, with its dareness to go into a couple of different areas of real life that most other movies really don't get into. So, with that being said, round four goes Saturday Night Fever. Now let's get into the fifth and final round. John Travolta himself. Like I said, both of these movies launched John Travolta into international stardom. But which one has the better performance? Well, let's take a look at Grease. He plays his part well. I mean, I love watching him in Grease, and he has some great songs as well. But like I said, it's really more focused on ensemble cast. So while John Travolta is a big part of Grease, he's not really the main focus. Well, at least not all the time. With Saturday Night Fever, there is a more direct focus on John Travolta himself, seeing him play out more dramatic scenes as well as being a little bit more of a funny character from time to time. It really explores more of like a serious acting range for John Travolta as an actor. So I think I'm going to give this one to Saturday Night Fever. So with a score of 3-2, Saturday Night Fever beats Grease for the better film. Now I love both of these films, so comment down below, like, subscribe, share. Yeah, this is a bit of a shorter episode than most movie face-off, but when you know, you know. So, this is Dr. Cinema. Can't wait to see you for the rest of Travolta Month.